Ooh, look at that. Gotcha. Is the new SkyTrak Plus worth the $3,000 price tag? I'm gonna put it to the test so that you can decide whether or not your money is well spent with that bad doggy right there. Here are the categories we're gonna consider to determine whether or not you should spend $3,000 on that thing. One, how easy is it to set up and use? Communication with your software, all that good stuff, overhead projector, is it easy or is it a pain in the neck? Two, how accurate is this thing? Is it giving you realistic numbers? We're gonna compare it to TrackMan just to see how close it is with like a $25,000 system. Number three, features and benefits. Like what kind of things can you do with SkyTrak that makes it more fun or more usable? And finally, and maybe most importantly, is will it help you get better? Voila. All right, SkyTrak is hooked up via Wi-Fi to my home Wi-Fi router setup, my Wi-Fi, and that is communicating with my PC gaming system. It's a kind of a gaming computer I use it for TrackMan and everything else. So syncs right up to that thing. The software, you just open it up, log in, you're good to go. It's all connected to my overhead projector, straight to my screen. So this is my indoor studio. It was virtually kind of idiot-proof in terms of syncing everything up. You gotta log in. But so if you're technical, you're gonna even have an easier time than me. Has an app for your Apple phone, whatever app you need, phone, whatever. It hooks up to that so you can look on your iPad or your phone. Done that a million times, super easy as well. I've also used a number of other systems, so I'd say for ease of use, this scores like a 9.5 out of 10. Now let's jump to the accuracy portion of the testing phase. We're gonna hit some wedges, 54-degree wedge, we'll hit 7-iron and driver, and compare SkyTrak, sync it up to TrackMan, and we'll see if this SkyTrak is within the realm, the parameters of acceptability compared to TrackMan. Here we go, 54-degree wedge. Love the display, looks fantastic. Love the ball flight. Here we go, 98 carry, 103, and we got 96 carry on TrackMan. Spin rate is gonna be critical. I want accurate spin rate if I'm spending $3,000 these days. SkyTrak's giving me 9,097 spin, and TrackMan with the wedge is giving me 9489. To be honest, I'm not as critical with spin rate numbers with the wedges. I want to know driver, because when I'm selecting or working on my drives, I want to know, am I spinning it too much? So that's really where it's most critical. But nonetheless, one more wedge. I love the carry distance. Everything was pretty spot on or really close. Decent shot from myself. We've got a 99 total. So SkyTrak's giving me 94 carry, 101 total, 9,400 spin, and ball speed is 79 miles an hour. Let's see what TrackMan says we are at. So it's pretty close. It's really close here with the wedge on both SkyTrak and TrackMan. Spin, again, is 400 off. So we're getting 400 more with TrackMan. And we are using the RCT ball, so it's got a little thing inside there for easy readability. Here we go, let's hit a 7-iron and see how the accuracy is between the two. Here we go, 152 carry on SkyTrak, 163 total, and a 5,900 spin, okay? I'm happy, even with the shot shape, little baby draw, I love that. Okay, TrackMan's got me 151 carry, 160 total, 6,000, so we're only like 100, less than 100 off on the spin rate. That's really good. Same basic ball flight. SkyTrak, you know, if you just align it just slightly different, it'll give you a slightly different ball flight. So we're really close. And I love that ball speed is like 1 mile per hour difference. So as we go higher up in the clubs, we're getting closer in terms of accuracy. Now we are hitting our driver. We'll use one of these little birdie tees, pop it up. And this is where a lot of home simulators kind of in this price point could start losing, accuracy. But we will see. Here we go. That's not bad. That felt pretty good. Okay, club speed 103. Little baby fade, I love it. 149 ball speed on SkyTrak. 242, 267. 2,800 spin. A cut shot fade would produce a little more spin than a draw. Let's see what TrackMan has to say about this. All right, this has 100 miles an hour club speed. I like SkyTrak better already. 148 ball speed, so 140, like within a mile of an hour. Ball flight is virtually the same. 2,900 spin rate. We're within like 100 revolutions a minute in terms of spin rate. 240 carry, 265. It's virtually the same. So accuracy-wise, with every club, the longer we go, the more accurate SkyTrak becomes, which seems like it would be harder to do since the ball's traveling faster. You think you start losing it a little more. But as we go higher, really, it's just a little bit not the same. So accuracy-wise, the scoring there, I'm going to give SkyTrak like a 9.2 on the accuracy scale, because as we go in driver, I want to know, am I slicing this thing in someone's backyard or am I hitting fairways? The rest I could kind of figure out for myself, but with the long clubs, that's where out of bounds comes the most, which we want to avoid. Now, when it comes to features and benefits of SkyTrak, you can use the E6 app and other programs to get gameplay and things like that. So that's all going to be additional cost too. You can buy different courses and things like that. So that's kind of standard across the board with all of these price point launch monitors. So that's really good. So features and benefits, I'd say SkyTrak's going to be as good as everybody else. I don't necessarily say I would give an edge to SkyTrak or someone else or in that field. They all have all kinds of different things you can add on to it. So there, I'm going to just say 8.5 SkyTrak features and benefits. What's really important to me is, can I get better? Will it help your game? Or is this just a nice thing to have fun with your friends and family? So one of the cool things that SkyTrak has is this skill assessment. This is where I think the majority of time should be spent if you want to improve your game, are on things like this. Here, we're gonna test and it will evaluate how good you are and gives you scores based on how good you are at hitting numbers. So this is the 60-yard test, and that's a miss. So when you're practicing indoors, it's going to be critical to understand how far back do I take my club with a particular club to hit the distance I'm looking for. There we go. We got a hit. So that's my shot right there. If all we do is play courses, we really are not going to improve. We'll have fun though. That'll be a good time, but we're not going to get any better. And I'm okay with you not getting better if you don't want to get better. But a lot of people wonder why they don't improve even though they play golf, even on the golf course every single day. Yet they're still at 15 handicap. The reason they don't get better is because they don't work on the skill shot. If you want to get better, you got to start hitting the ball closer to the hole. You got to start hitting the green when you're 70, 80, 90, 100, 120 yards from the green. You cannot miss greens. That will help you improve the most, the fastest. So doing things like this will ultimately and dramatically improve your overall game when you go out on the golf course and play. Will this help you get better? Yes, it will if you do the right things with it. So, for improving your game, I'm going to give SkyTrak like a 9.1 for improving your game. So, should you purchase SkyTrak Plus? The original SkyTrak is like $1,500. So if you just want to hang out and have fun, friends, family, and play games with your kids or whatever, SkyTrak 1 is probably a better option. If you want the more accurate dual Doppler radar system of SkyTrak Plus, then I would say yes, it is worth the added price, and it's now double the original currently, so $3,000 basically for this bad boy. So I love it. It's a phenomenal home setup type of situation. The only negative here is that if you have a left-handed player and right-handed players in the same household, you're gonna have to move it to the other side. It's not that big a deal. You can see I've been using it without a plug, so it's not the end of the world. It's just a little added, inconvenience. Hope this video was helpful. Thanks so much for watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already. All of the links are below for this and everything you see here if you're interested. Thanks for watching. Love you guys. See you next time.